Greetings, pod fans. It's day 6 of Pod Fajita. Pod videos himself every day in April, asterisk. And today I want to talk about fitness. Fitness, whole pizza in my mouth. I wish I had pizza. That would be real. Oh, God. Just making myself hungry. But specifically about fitness, I want to talk about motivation and, the lack thereof that I have had many times in my life, over and over again, on loop. And what I've done to, make that better and how it, works sometimes where it doesn't work other times. So, yeah. Basically, I've always been a skinny kid. Here's a picture of me from 2009 that I found recently. Yeah, skinny boy. And here's a picture of me from last week. Still a skinny boy. Now I have muckles, so that's good. But yeah, getting there was an adventure and continues to be so. It's kind of wild. I've probably talked about this a bunch, but I got into weightlifting in 2016. Before that, I liked cardio. I didn't actually like cardio, but I ran and I was good at it. I ran a half marathon and stuff like that, and I was just this is what I do. That's what I'm built for. Haha, yeah. Until I was introduced to the gym and the squat, bench, and deadlift by my friend Dave. And then in 2016, I kind of went 6 months, never missing a gym session, going 3 times a week for weeks and weeks and weeks, and kind of just changed myself from being this 6'1" skinny boy, probably around 60 to 65 kg, somewhere around that, up to 75, 80 kg, where I just put on a bunch of muscle on my mass, and it was just that was the most consistent I think I've ever been. I think I might have come around it in 2021 when I just got things for out my back. But I'm just going to go through a few things that I feel have helped me be consistent and over the years, and things that I'm now trying to get back into that. So first of all, goals. And that can be very different for a lot of people, because originally when I was a youth, I was I want big arms. My arms were this thing. Now they're kind of bigger, but they're not. And also I want a 6-pack. And I would be yeah, I'll do pull-ups, and I will do push-ups, and I will do sit-ups, and that is all I will do. And I will do that for maybe a couple of days, and then I will forget about it because I haven't seen instant results. Yeah. And that was on loop for many years, where I just didn't actually know what I wanted. I wanted bigger arms, but what does that mean? How do you quantify that? How, I'm not going to look in the mirror one day and be oh, there it is. Finally, we did it. Haha, done. Stopping point. It was only in that 2016 time when I fell in love with the squat, bench, and deadlift, and the accessories around that, and the building up of the numbers of that, and fell in love with the numbers and increasing numbers. That's when I started seeing results, because I wasn't looking at myself per se. I was looking at what I could do, and aiming for whoa, I can bench 60 kg for 5. Oh, now I can do 65, and now I can deadlift 100 kg. The moment that I deadlifted over my body weight, I was I'm hooked. This is what I want to do. I want to just lift weights. And slowly, due to my friend getting into the sport, that turned into, I guess squat, bench, and deadlift is powerlifting. And that is what I want to do. It's what I've wanted to do for a while. And that then became my goal. I found a sport that I want to improve at and get to a point where I feel comfortable competing, and that is finally something that I feel I will do maybe this year. So goals are a big thing, and quantifiable goals, not just I want to lose weight. How much weight do you want to lose? What do you want to do? What is it, and why are you doing this? A great quote for me that I've heard, and this is purely strength-based sport kind of a thing, so if you don't like it, I'm sorry, but it's don't diet and exercise, eat and train. Because, you're dieting, you're I don't know, there's negative connotations with the word diet. And exercise for me is running on a treadmill. It's you're pumping your legs, but where are you actually going? Whereas training, it for me means I'm on the way to something. I'm here, I'm training to get to there, and, I'm eating for that. Next one is a pretty simple one, but it's something that, helped me more than anything, and that is people. Having a support structure, having a community around your gymming is really, really freaking good. Like those 6 months that I mentioned at the start, it was like my friend got me into it. And then there were other friends all around me being like, oh, I want to get into that. Yeah, I want to lift weights. And then you get to know people at the gym. And, when you have friends at the gym, you kind of chat to them between sets, and then they might know another person, and then you get to know that person, and it's all these kind of things. It also helped that we were in college and we were going to the college gym. I wasn't in college, but I was going to the college gym and I knew the college people. So, you just bump into people. And then once I kind of moved away from that gym, or like people moved away from college, it got very difficult for me because I didn't have that same, either same schedule, so I could just meet up with the same people every day or every, couple of days. And I just didn't, might not go to the same gym as people. We lost that sense of community, and that really stopped it for me. It really made it very difficult for me. And I would get into slumps where I was like, it's just not fun anymore. I don't want to go today, and there's no external pressure. So friends, community, and all of that. And that is why I'm hoping to join a gym that is more that kind of community sense, because I really, really miss that. I miss having people, and that has always helped me just be motivated. Because if you're around like-minded people who have the same goals as you, that you can meet up with, you can chat with, you can have fun with, make the gym a fun place, not a place where, oh, I'll go to here. It's like an hour. I'll just do my thing, I'll have my headphones on the whole time, then I'll leave and we'll be done, and that'll be that box checked. I want to go back to, it's time to go to the gym, time to go hang out with my friends and lift weights and talk about anime. Oh, beautiful. That is what I need to get back to, because that was just the thing that got me from little man to bigger man. And then the final little thing, I guess, what I have for getting that motivation and getting into it, is just knowing what to do, or this is a tough one because it's more abstract, but it's like falling in love with what it is. I mentioned having goals. Great. Goals are great. Having friends around you. Great. Those are all things that will help you fall in love with what you're doing. But for me, the amount of YouTube content and I've read goddamn scientific journals and things like that, because I would just be like, I wonder what is the actual best, where should my shoulders be when I'm benching? Oh yeah, down, in, that, so that we get in closer. And learning these things from people is so much fun. Something about the squat, bench, and deadlift that I love is the physics about it, and learning why it works. When you're squatting, trying to keep your elbows kind of in line with your torso, because it just makes you a more solid unit. Breathe into your diaphragm so it opens your stomach and makes your trunk wider and more of a it's like a wide trunk. It's holding it better. These kind of little things is beautiful. But yeah, it's this is a very tough one, because it's just to fall in love with it, be motivated. It's a hard one, but I guess the main thing is, I already talked about goals, and I talked about mine, and finding a sport that I'm interested in, I like watching, I like getting pumped about. But yeah, just finding something that brings you to the gym, something that brings you to training sessions, because it doesn't have to be the gym. You might take up pole fitness, or you might take up aerial silks, or what else do people do? Running, but track and field. It might be athletics. You might love decide you love the high jump or the shot put or something like that. But it's find the thing that you can get passionate about. The thing that really, I was about to say grinds your gears. Not grinds your gears. It loosens your gears, gets you going. Because there's something about for me, the achievement of I just PR'd. Recently, when I pulled 150, I like it's such a motivation kick. It really gets me like just going. It gets me so happy to like be like, this is why I do it. This is the reason that I like pick up these things. Um, yeah, like this is probably a silly video, and there's probably like not a whole lot of actual learning in there, but the reason I want to talk about it is the amount of times that I've gotten into a schedule and then one thing goes wrong, or I forget for a week, or like I'm busy for a week, and then getting back to it so difficult. And I just wanted to go through, I guess, for myself and for you, the things that I feel I need in place, or that the reason that I do the things, or the things that get me happy about it. Because if you like, it's if you fall in love with the process, then like it's easy. That's a total lie. Like, I love lifting weights. I love it. It's so much fun. Doesn't mean it's easy. It's very difficult, and it makes me sad a lot of the times because, I get into my head and I just stop, and ADHD, baby, executive dysfunction just tells me, I know you really want to do this, but you can't do that. No, sorry, not today. You'll figure it out. And also those moments where you get real pumped in the middle of the night. It's way too late to do anything. You're like, I'll do it in the morning. You wake up, you're not doing it in the morning. But yeah, like I am doing my best to get this motivation. Like I have my goals. I have my goals up on a piece of paper over there, like stuff that I want to be able to lift by September. And they're huge jumps from where I am right now, but I'm going to go hell for leather and see if I can do it. I'm going to the gym I mentioned earlier on Saturday with my friend to check it out and see how it works out for me, and see, like, is it something that I want to sign up for? And yeah, it's time to fall in love with the process again, and that's where I am. So yeah, I guess, powerlifting is my thing, because I've always wanted to be a big muckly man, and the main muckly man that I know, he does powerlifting. So I also just love the process. It's cool. It's freaking cool. Once you get into the nitty gritty of like, tiny adjustments making huge differences. Oh, I love it so much. Physics. Body physics. Yeah, I'm just going to stop rambling. If you have any like things that get you going in this way, like, ways that you find your motivation, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear it, and I would love to hear about like that goal that you have, that specific, like, because I want to deadlift 200 kg. That's like what I want to do by the end of the year. And like, I've done 150. 50 kg is a huge jump, but having goals is very important to me, and it is like, because if you have a set goal that is very achievable, once you achieve it, what's there to do? Why are you going to continue? So aim for the moon. Even if you miss, you'll die. Yeah, okay, that's all for now. I've talked for far too long, so I will talk to you tomorrow again for probably less time, but yeah, have a nice day. Slán.